It's noisy here, but we're at the Ford Piquette Plant here in Detroit, Michigan. First place I think they made the Model Ts all the way back to 1903. So we're going to go in for a little tour. If you like to see this stuff, subscribe and like and share it with your friends. See you in a little bit. They had this 1909 Model T touring car in the front hallway there, and I think it's got to be my favorite Model T of all time, even in the fire engine red color. This is Henry Ford's office and photograph, and in the background you can see the Chase lounge. He would take his naps on and his hat there. And they used that as the way to reconstruct the office, and there is the Chase lounge and there is the hat. So that was very clever. They actually cut a hole in the wall here so that you could look into his office without actually stepping into it. So it's almost like you're looking into a time capsule of original pieces and documents and his things that he owned. In 1907 they made a juvenile electric car. It cost him more than a Model T. Some little rich kid could have enjoyed that. I want one. So this is Spider Huff. He is the man responsible for the magneto in the Model T. Henry Ford's office was right there. Spider Huff's office was located right here, so he could keep a close eye, Henry, on Spider and his magneto progress. It says here that the magneto allowed the Model T to be driven indefinitely without the worry of stalling due to weak batteries. And ladies made the magnetos. How about that? Okay. So this is a magneto from 1919 to 1925. You can see at the top how many amps it's producing while I turn it. Isn't that neat? So here is the alphabet room where they have a model by the letters A, T, and in between. Early Ford dealership exhibits. We have a Model T toolkit here with the air pump and the jack and adjustable wrench, screwdriver, tire irons, pliers, and all that. Then in this display, we have a Model T service manual, and then a fire extinguisher that would sit on the running board out of brass. Of course, Champion spark plugs. And then the luggage rack, like I have on mine. It's robust and thick. And then something that we actually can make, soapstone foot warmers. To throw in there in case you get cold, which up here I can imagine quite often. How about that? Soapstone foot warmer. So here is the 1896 quadricycle. The very first car that he ever made, Henry Ford. So looking out the window into the grounds out here, you can see other parts of the original plant. So this is a Mack Avenue manufactured 1903 Ford tonneau, I guess you say. Look at all the brass, which is so pretty. And the horn. So this is actually a Model A, the first Model A, before the Model A's that we know it. 1903 Mack Avenue tonneau Model A. This is what the very first Model A looked like. Fully equipped with a back door that you could step out the back next to your umbrella rack in case of the inclement weather. Here we have a Model B 1904 assembled at both Mack plant and the Piquette plant. By 1904, the Model C was being made here at the Piquette plant. Model C. 1905 Ford Model F. Here, built at the Piquette plant. Model F, 1905. Model F tonneau, 1906, made here at the Piquette plant. Complete with a beautiful canopy top. They sit pretty high off the ground too, which is makes it look even bigger than it is. This is 1906 Ford Model N runabout.
For one-time road tire change.
1907 Model R runabout. So it says what now?
That's where they kept the spare tire underneath of the hood here in the back.
Oh, really?
Yes. So that was a
That's the spare tire.
Spare tire compartment.
Isn't that clever?
Brilliant. Wow.
1907 Model S runabout. $700. I like the paint jobs on the. So these are Model S runabout, Model S Roadster on loan. And they are unrestored. And look so much better in some ways because of it. There's the beginning of the rumble seat, I suppose, for the Roadster. Okay, so here's a 1922 Model T center door. But what's neat about it, other than its obvious beauty, is behind it is a pop-up camper. So here is a Model T pop-up camper. There's no signage about it here at the Piquette plant, but just so you can see it, it has the standard type trailer. Looks like that just lifts up, and it has canvas rolls that just roll down the sides. And then here are the tires and the undercarriage to it. Here's the back of the camper. It almost looks like a buckboard wagon that just has been converted. So for all you campers out there, there's an original. 1917 Model T couplet, $505. This is the third floor. It appears they're going to have a wedding in here. What a place to be married at, huh? Here are the steps 1 through 3. Exhibit 1 is the frame and axles. They would build them in one location instead of moving it around. Exhibit 2, the engine and transmission. Steps 6 through 12 is the dash and all the systems added. Steps 13 through 20, the body, ready to be trimmed and installed. And then the final 1909 Model T touring car is an absolute work of art. In case you have a need for speed, here's the Model T Custom Speedster. Let's see how fast it'll go. There's the gas and water and oil on the side. Here's a 1920 Custom Speedster. It's very pretty in its simplicity. The 1909 Model T Touring, $850, 3 pedals, and that fire engine red. It's just a work of art. A lot of room in the back seat, especially. There's those beautiful running boards, all the polished brass, and then the white rubber tires to top it off. And here in the back is a secret experimental room. This is where the Model T was developed by Henry Ford and kept a secret only by his closest employees. And when it came out, it wasn't an evolution, it was a revolution. So the secret room. There you can see the pulleys and belts driven by this little power plant here.